For over 3 years, I was that person that manually tracked every single transaction on a Google Sheet to better understand what my personal finances were like. And while it did work to a certain extent, it was absolutely exhausting to continuously do that on a daily basis. But a little over a year ago, I actually decided to try Copilot Money out. I signed up for the free trial to see what it was like, and it saved me so much time while giving me all the same benefits and then some, all with one single application. And now, going into 2026, Copilot Money just made their biggest update yet with the creation of a brand new web platform. Let's talk about it. So now, before I made that transition between manually tracking all of my transactions and then starting to use Copilot Money, I did try out a bunch of different other applications, but Copilot stood out to me because of how modern the application was, how user-friendly it was, and how beautiful the UI was, but most importantly, with an application where all of your personal accounts, your personal finances, a lot of credentials are being involved, Copilot was the most secure and most privacy-centric as well, and it does give you a lot of confidence knowing that even though you are dealing with a lot of these data-sensitive accounts, Copilot has your back when it comes to privacy and security. All that added together to allow me to take the plunge and start using Copilot and paying for it on a yearly basis. And then ultimately, one last thing that really stood out was the fact that it actually connected to your Apple Wallet and your Apple Card, whereas a lot of these other competitors were just unable to do that. So now, what makes Copilot different from the rest of the competition aside from what I just stated? So first and foremost, all of your accounts are in one place. So you have your checking, your savings, your investments, your loans, your credit cards. Tens of thousands of institutions are supported. You can even track your crypto if you want to as well, and it's all in one aggregated place to be able to track something like your net worth across all of your accounts. You have AI-powered organization, so it'll take in transactions in real time and then categorize it as it sees fit. But at the same time, if it does get something wrong in your eyes, you can just change that category, and then every subsequent category or transaction that falls under that category will be placed in the category that you want it to, which again is very easy to use and saved me so much time compared to how I was manually doing it on the spreadsheets. You also have all these beautiful graphs and charts and all these different ways to view how you're using your money, both positively and negatively. If for some reason you're spending too much money, it'll let you know in a multitude of ways. And if you're saving all your money, it'll also reward you with a lot of green and a lot of kind of gamification when it comes to your money to, again, reward you at the end of the day for doing the right thing, which is saving your money and being disciplined with your money. And then earlier this year, they did announce a new savings goal feature, which allows you to create these savings buckets, whether you're just saving for an emergency fund, a rainy day, a vacation, a wedding, whatever the case may be, that is now built in directly into the application. And of course, it is all natively built for iOS, iPadOS, which I love as an iPad Pro first user, as well as macOS, and now, like I said, a perfect segue is that they added a brand new web platform. Now, this web platform has been the #1 most requested feature across all Copilot users because, again, it was firstly built for iOS, iPadOS, and macOS, and people outside of the Apple ecosystem did want to get their hands on something like Copilot and use it reliably, and now they can because they can access it through any web browser. And what's nice is that the web app does mimic the same UI that was used for the Mac application, and it takes all the good things and makes it even better. For example, the Mac application, while albeit is a great application and I use it on a daily basis, you couldn't resize that window on your Mac, unfortunately, but now, inside of the web application, you can resize it to your heart's desire and enlarge it across a 49-inch display if you have one, or make it as small as a tiny little box on your screen. So because it is part of the Copilot Money ecosystem, it does sync across all your devices, it works in real time, all of your accounts, everything is visible in one view, and you can use it on Safari, on Chrome, and any other web browser that your heart desires. And again, that means across any hardware, so Android users, PC users, rejoice, you can now use Copilot Money. A couple other things that stand out about Copilot Money is the ease of use and the easy setup, and the fact that I can use it every single day, check on it for maybe a minute or two, and then go about my day like nothing's happening. And then what saved me a ton of time is when I compare it to my manual tracking. Even though I am tracking every transaction still and I'm seeing everything that's coming in, I just do one quick check, make sure it's categorized correctly, mark it as reviewed, and then I go about my day, which takes me only about 30 seconds to a minute on a daily basis versus 5 to 10 to 15 minutes when I was doing it and tracking it all manually. So this thing has saved me hours upon hours when it comes to my personal finances. So the web application couldn't have come at a better time with 2026 right around the corner. People want a sense of control heading into the new year. It's kind of like going on a diet. People do the same thing when it comes to their budgeting and their money. They want to get it in order and set themselves up for success in the new year. Copilot Money will give you clarity, it'll keep you calm, and give you all the visibility you need across all of your financial accounts. It's a great tool whether you're starting from scratch or upgrading from a spreadsheet like I did. So if you want your finances to be beautifully organized going into 2026, this is going to be the cleanest solution that I've ever seen. So if you are a Copilot Money user, you will get access to the web application already in your membership with no questions asked. But if you are a new Copilot Money user, use the code 9to5Mac at checkout to get a 2-month free trial. And if you sign up through the web platform, you will also get a 26% discount on the annual membership. So big shout out to Copilot Money for partnering up with 9to5Mac again on this video. It's always fantastic to see brands come back, especially for applications that we use on a daily basis on our own, regardless of the fact if they're sponsoring us or not. But if you guys do want to check it out, it'll be the first link in the description. But until next time, if you made it to the end, leave a little money sign. And if you guys want to watch more videos like this, check out one of these videos right here. Until next time, peace.